what's happening in YouTube. It's Trev. I'm taking a break right now, little coffee break. So I'm going to see if I can actually get this in really quick before we get back to work. I want to talk to you about, I kind of want to clear something up, really. And I want to talk to you about LUNC and my position, my stance on LUNC. I said a while ago that I had unstaked my all of my LUNC, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I wasn't real happy about the progress or lack of progress, and I was very unhappy about a lot of the confusion and arguing and, just kind of bullshit that's been going on. But I hadn't really made a decision as to what I was going to do with my LUNC. I'm going to tell you right now that a lot of people aren't going to like this video. I don't really care about that. I've always been honest and upfront with you about everything that I think and everything that I'm doing, and so that's what you're going to get today, like it or not. I sold all my LUNC. It's what I did. I am not recommending or suggesting in any way, shape, or form that anybody should follow suit, do what I do, adopt my philosophy or my viewpoint, right? My perspective. I'm just telling you what I did, and I'll give you some reasons for why I did it. But you should absolutely do whatever you want to do with your bag, with your investments, according to what works for you. That said, I've actually got a little pushback lately from a couple different places. Some blatant, some passive aggressive about some of the things that I have been covering, because I have not talked about LUNC very much at all since since basically I decided that I wasn't going to return for the Community Oversight Committee, which I don't even think that there is one anymore anyway. But I haven't really talked much about it, and there's been some reasons for that, right? This is kind of my view, and here I am spitballing, and kind of giving you what I'm thinking just off the top of my head. I feel like while I'm watching what's going on with LUNC, I think it is way overcomplicated. I think that there are too many hands in the pot. I think that the intentions on some may be really good, but the intentions on many are basically not that great. I think that a lot of people really want to be, they really want to be the hero. They really want to be the one that everyone can point to and say, they got their proposal passed, and they're the ones who made LUNC really start moving. It's been a year, and it really hasn't gone anywhere. And so that's one of the reasons when I look at it, when I look at the landscape, I'm not crazy about the intentions or what I feel are the intentions of majority of the people who are kind of putting out proposals and stuff. And again, that's not everybody. But in a lot of cases, that's what I feel. I've said this before too. When LUNC was Terra Luna, very simple concept to understand. It kept UST pegged to the dollar. It would mint or burn according to whatever the market was doing in order to maintain that peg. It had a job. It had a simple job. Everyone could understand it. There was, an algorithm that operated that. And again, we all know that it crashed. Okay, whatever. But the thing moved, and it went, all the way up to, what was it, 116 some odd dollars at one point, somewhere around 90 something dollars right before it crashed. When it crashed hard, and we haven't even in a year been able to get it to a penny. But it was very, very simple. Right now, things are so complicated. Every proposal that comes out, they're getting more and more difficult to understand. And I'm talking about for the average common investor, community member, right? Like myself, without an engineering degree in finance or some sort of blockchain specialist criteria or whatever, right? For the regular guy and regular gal who invested low when it dipped and hoped to just see it go up a little bit and make some money. That's what investing is. It's just beyond the things that are coming out and that are being proposed are way beyond our understanding. Why does it need to be so complicated? Things that are good usually aren't so complicated. But it's almost like a weird, and I don't know if this makes sense to anybody but me, but it's almost like a weird gentrification of LUNC that's going on in a way. It's like everyone who is trying to actually supposedly get this thing moving have forgotten about the regular everyday investor who put in, what they could afford to put in and are just looking to make a little profit. The people who don't work in this industry and who don't specialize in these things, just the common investor, they've forgotten about you. And it has become a pissing contest or a little circle jerk to see who can put out the most technically advanced proposal or idea possible, right? They want to dazzle each other with their brilliance, right? The complications, I can't even really speak on it too much because you really have to be one of these specialists to really understand it. And for the people who are in LUNC and the percentage of people who basically are in and are going to be in and who have this dream and just want to see it go up and who are buying all the hype, the more complicated the proposal that comes out, the more you're like, yeah, okay, let's do that. It's almost like if it's really complicated, it must be good. But that's not necessarily the case. For me, if it's really simple, then it will probably work a lot better because people can get behind it, right? It's just not what's going on. They're trying to weed out all of the simple guys and, they're catering again to themselves, to their peers, to their friends. Look how creative I can be. Look how, complicated this is, and this is definitely going to work. And it's one proposal after another of that, right? I talked a little while ago, not long ago, about the circles that we were going in because of all these different proposals, trying to get funds from the community pool, and this one is going to work. And then another one comes out, no, that one isn't going to work. This one's going to work. Well, I mean, we're doing more than circles now. We're doing donuts in the parking lot. It's, are there some good proposals out there? I don't know. Maybe. I can't really decipher them, right? So I sold it all. I'm not saying that I won't be back. I'm not saying that I do not believe in the potential of LUNC, because I do believe in the potential of LUNC. But I personally need to see something different than what I've been seeing all this time and what I just basically described to you as my perspective. I need to see something very simple. Everybody's looking for money from the community pool, but nobody figures out how to really get the money back into the community pool. What if the community pool goes broke, whatever? I know that there are people out there who not only have the ability to create something simple that could work, but maybe even have their own financing. So I'm looking for somebody to come up with something very simple, put their own money up, right? You believe in it, you think it's going to work, put your own money up. Do it. Just get it done. Screw Agora. Agora has become, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, it has basically been co-opted by this faction of obstructionists, right? These are the people who lay down in the middle of the road to keep the bulldozer from bulldozing the land so that, the developers can't put in a strip mall because they have other ideas of what should happen with that land, right? These are the people that are in Agora now. And when you put something in Agora, you're just pouring it into the fire, because if it isn't those people who thought of it, they're just going to shit all over it. So screw Agora. Screw all that, right? I want somebody to really just come up with something simple that works, finance it, put it out there. Let's see if we can get it done. If I see something like that and something that actually looks like it can probably work, maybe I'll jump back in. And I know nobody cares whether I'm in or not in. I'm just telling you where I'm at with this thing, right? I just don't see it happening the right way, or the way that I figured it would happen. I thought this was going to be very simple. I thought that we had some teams of really intelligent people who were working for their bags, and wanted to really restore this thing and help everybody out. But it's really become about helping out themselves, because if somebody comes up with some extravagant, unbelievable thing that they get past and it really pushes LUNC and makes it work, they're going to be the hero, right? They're going to be able to take those accolades and parlay them into maybe some sort of fortune, okay? It's become about that. That's what I'm seeing. That's my perspective. And I know there are people who are going to tell me you're absolutely wrong, FUD, whatever you want to say. You always get DJ Trev's honest opinion. This is my honest opinion right now. It's just how I feel about it. And for those who are telling me that, I was diehard LUNC and now I'm pushing other things or whatever, you haven't been paying attention, because I was never diehard anything. I am diehard investors. I am about finding ways that people can invest, money, right? Particularly small investors who don't have a shitload of money to invest. I'm all about them finding ways to invest a little bit of money and, make some money, right? Make some money on it. Do it quick. Take that money and then do something special with it, right? If you want to, at that point, put it into some longer term things. It's the same thing in the stock market, right? You've got day traders, you've got swing traders, and the younger people, or the people with families, if they're smart, they take their money that they made really quick and then they put it into some long-term solid things that will give them a 10% return every year. It's the same thing. What is this mentality of people in crypto that you need to latch onto one particular project and stay with that project come hella high water? If you got to ride it to zero if that's what happens, and you can't really look at or think about anything else. Fuck that, right? I am here to try and make money. And if I can point out some things to people that might make them some money, it's up to them to look into it. It's up to them to do whatever they want to do with their money, right? But that's always been what I've been about and what my channel's been about. For a time, I really thought that would be LUNC, but it's been a year. I'm reading the writing on the wall. Nothing's changing. If I see something that changes, that makes me think differently, then I'll talk about LUNC again. But for now, I'm kind of out, right? And I'm looking for some other things. So that's it. That's where I'm at. Follow me, don't follow me, unfollow me, whatever you want to do, right? I don't tell anybody what the right way is to invest. I'm not telling you that my way is the best way. And the people that will tell you that their way is the best way, and they'll shit all over anyone who doesn't do things the way that they think that it should be done, you're extremely arrogant, and I don't fuck with people like you, right? So, do your thing, right? Do your thing. But understand that different people have different perspectives, different ways of doing things, and it's not up to you to tell anybody they're right or wrong, or doing it the right way or doing it the wrong way. Let people be adults and do things the way that they want to do it, and nobody's going to tell me how I should run my channel or what I should talk about. That's that. All right, Joe. Talk to you later. Ciao.